Calahan Young has been working to achieve his goal of being a part of the U.S. Paralympic goalball team since he was 13 years old. Today, at 26, he has achieved his goal and is preparing to help lead Team USA in their quest for a gold medal. As a captain for the United States men's goalball team, his objective is to do whatever he can to help the team win. Calahan shares how the team is working hard to reach their goal, just as he has done for himself. From Turnstone to Tokyo, here's our conversation with Paralympic athlete Calahan Young. How are you feeling after being named to the goalball team that will represent the country at the Paralympics?
I'm beyond excited. I've been working towards this goal since I was around 13 years old, and so I'm 26 now. So half of my life has been dedicated to getting to this point, and it was honestly so incredible. I told my mom. I knew last week, but I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. But I had to tell my mom, and she's my biggest fan. Besides her, my dad are my two biggest fans, and so it was nice to actually be able to tell people and actually spread the word that I was on the team, and tell everyone who was actually on the team going to Tokyo. So.
Yeah. How did COVID impact your preparation for Tokyo?
Well, we were gearing up last year in January, February. We traveled to the Pajulahti Games in Finland in January. And so, we were starting to get the team narrowed down. And then we had a few domestic tournaments. I was actually in Vancouver, British Columbia in March whenever the border started shutting down. And so everything just got the rug pulled out from underneath of us. And so we had to kind of stop, reset. But in terms of training, that was kind of bad, but we were able to regroup, and then we got another year of preparation and muscle gains, and our coaching staff had changed in 2019, and so we had another year of getting some more cohesion in our group and some more rapport from our coaches, and so in that respect, it kind of worked out really well for us.
What does a normal training day look like for you at the height of your season?
Well, currently we're having practices on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and those are around 3 hours. And so on Monday, for example, we have practice from 12 to 3. And so I'll usually try to get there around 11, and for that I'm waking up around 7 or 8 to eat breakfast, and that way I can have another snack before practice, because with the 12 o'clock practice, it's kind of hard to get another meal in. So I have a solid snack, and then I get ready from 11 to 12. I have a pretty intense practice. On Monday was the first real day that we had with, knowing what we needed to do for Tokyo with our final preparation. We call it sharpening the swords. We're just doing skill-based stuff and some conditioning. And then finish up, go home, do schoolwork, wake up and do it again the next day.
How will the team prepare for the Paralympics? How does this differ from other seasons?
Well, everything we do is cycle-based. So we do around 10-week cycles for pretty much throughout the years. And so everything is kind of based around major tournaments. And so right now is our normal in-season competition schedule, and that's how we've been treating it. In a normal year outside of COVID, we would have our national championships coming up, which is the end of the regular season. And then we'd have probably a 5-week break, and then come back into the fall. So the September time frame where we'd start weight training, starting that muscle building phase, and then getting back into the in-season workouts in January, February time slot. So, we kind of stick to the same schedule, whether Tokyo's happening or not. It's just based on what major tournament we're preparing for.
What does it mean to you to compete at the top level of your sport?
For me, it's a tremendous honor. I've been working for this for so long, and I got named as a captain for our team, and so anything I can do at this point to help the team win is my number one objective. And so for me to go out there with the group of guys that we have to try to win gold in Tokyo is just an amazing honor. And I honestly can't wait. It's a dream come true.
What advice would you give to youth who have ambitions of competing at the Paralympics?
My biggest piece of advice is just to keep pushing through adversity. I remember when I was 13, 14, I wanted to quit goalball because I wasn't good. And so I really was turned off by the idea of going to practice, driving 2 hours to practice every week at Slippery Rock University, and driving back and not have had a good performance and just feeling down. And so my mom sat me down one day and said, listen, you either got to keep pushing on or just quit, and you have to be the one to call your coach and tell her. And I was too afraid of our coach, Wendy Fagan. So I was like, I'll just keep going. And I'm glad I did, because we started seeing success and I started to develop into my body more, and now I'm here.
What are you most looking forward to with Tokyo?
With COVID, it's going to be a little bit different, but I'm still looking forward to the atmosphere and just the overall experience, because it's just so different than anything else I've ever really endured. It's going to be on a way bigger scale than any other competition I've ever been involved with, whether there's fans or no fans, or opening ceremonies or not. Like, just from the village to the venues to the organization, it's all that stuff I can't wait to see and be a part of.
What is your favorite thing about goalball?
My favorite part about goalball is it gives everyone on the court an equal playing opportunity. So growing up, I played every sport possible, from football to baseball to basketball, and I had a lot more vision then, as my vision is degenerative. And so as I grew up, my vision kept getting worse, and my peers kept getting faster and stronger and better at those sports. And so I was lagging behind. And then I found goalball, and it was the first thing that really gave me the full opportunity to compete with all my peers on an equal playing field. And so that really helped me grow into who I am, and helped me excel in other areas of life too, that I can, get that passion and drive.
Do you have any words to live by that you're carrying with you into the Paralympic Games?
I would say that the motto that everything I do, I kind of reiterate it in my head a little bit. One of the Team USA things was going for gold. And so every time I do something, I always say that in my head, going for gold, to try to get like that gold standard of whether it's a lift or end of a practice, whenever I'm starting to get super exhausted. And so I'm consistently trying to reiterate in my head, going for gold standard, something along those lines, to just make sure that I know I'm doing my best and doing what I can to get that gold medal.
Is there anything else you want to say on behalf of the men's team?
I appreciate everyone's support and Turnstone support. Without Turnstone, we couldn't be here. We wouldn't have the training facility that we have. It's beautiful, and the staff is awesome. And I got to shout out to my biggest fans, and my mom and my dad. But I appreciate you interviewing me.